Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. I have got a really fun makeup tutorial video for you today. It's with a company that I adore. It's Catrice Cosmetics. I love their drugstore products and I want to share with you today their eyeshadows. Now, I have over the last couple of years really modified the way that I do my eyes. I'm getting older as all of you are, and I just feel like I don't want to just go to extremes. I just want a simple one and done eyeshadow that really, is comfortable and works for me, but I do love a bit of sparkle. And so I always look for products that have got that, sort of that sparkle. But there's so many that are very, very expensive. And Catrice is part of a company called Cosnova. They own Essence and Catrice, which are both drugstore brands that you might be aware of. And I love them both. But I discovered Catrice eyeshadows a little bit by accident. Now, I will mention to you how I do my makeup application, because it will then pull in these Catrice products as a topper. But basically, as if you've watched previous videos, I actually don't put anything above the lid of my eye. I don't go with the fancy, sort of hiding the hooded eye with shadows and blending. I just work on the lid, which for me works perfectly. And the way that I do my eyes is I put my foundation on, and by the way, I'm going to go through everything I've got on my face today because I love this summer look. And I go put my foundation. I put the foundation on the eye as well, but very lightly. I then use a product called P. Louise. Now, I've had this P. Louise. It's a eyelid primer. And actually, you can use it as a concealer as well. But it's not almost gone. I've had it forever, and it's a very, very pigmented base, but you put it on as sort of just to give yourself something to work with. And then I put on something which I've mentioned before. It's not a drugstore product, but there are some drugstore options I'll tell you about. The one I use is by Auric, and it's called Temper. And this is a cream eyeshadow that I adore. This is the second one I've purchased. It is not cheap. I think about $35, but I am so glad I have it because I use it every single day. But the one that you might want to consider if you don't want to spend that much is the e.l.f. It's the Putty Eyeshadow, and it's a very thick cream eyeshadow, but it has a similar function. You can put it on underneath anything like a sparkle that you're going to use. So that's the one I know. There's others, but the other one I put on sometimes, and I did do it a little bit today, was Gen C. It's Gen and then SEE, and it's a liquid eyeshadow, and I dab it on the edges and as a liner. That's kind of how I start my eyes. And I did that today, put on some of the Temper, but then the shimmer comes. Now I'm going to show you all these shimmers. I'm going to actually swatch them all because Catrice has got a group of products here that I adore, and they're affordable. They're about $3 each. Now, it started for me with this pink one. And it's called, I think it's called Berry. I'll put all the details in the section below, but I think it's called Berry Burst or something like that. But it's a beautiful, beautiful pink. Put it on my fingers. I thought, what? This is a drugstore product. And it's just so pretty. Now, I put this on my eyes, but I'm going to just use this little bit I've got on my finger here to actually show you how I would enhance it. It's already on there. Can you see? It's so pretty. But I put a little bit just right there. Okay, and I'm gonna have to use my other hand for that. I'm not very good. I'm not very ambidextrous. But I put this little bit here on this side. And it's not extreme, like it's not glitter, it's just shimmer and almost like a satiny kind of finish. But I'm going to put this on my arm because I'm going to start all these different color swatches. And that's the first one. I got to admit, it's my favorite. I wear it all the time and I really, really love it. And I've got a cloth here. I'm wiping my fingers between. Everything with my fingers. The next one I discovered is this one called, I think it's called Forest Green. Wait a second, I better get the titles right here. No, Golden Leaf. This is Golden Leaf. And I was in a shop and I had put this on actually. I went in and I thought, oh, green. I was wearing a green top. And I thought, well, how pretty would that be? And so again, I swatched it with the tester and this is what I got. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. You see? Golden leaf, and it's actually green, but it's got this kind of little tint of gold in it, which you can see a little bit. But again, when it goes on, it's not shimmery, it's just glossy and shiny and pretty. Really, really cool. And then I went online. I thought, well, maybe there's more. By the way, I should have mentioned, this is really important. These are part of a range of eyeshadows by Catrice called Art Couleur. In French, Couleur, C-O-U-L-E-U-R, Couleur, Art Couleur, and there's about, I think, 9. So those are 2 you've seen already. Now this one, I went online and I thought, oh, this is kind of fun. Open. It's a different color green. It's kind of a minty green. You see? And I'll put that on too. I'm going to have an armful of colors, but these are so, so lovely. This reminds me a lot. There's an e.l.f. product, which is this kind of very, very light color, but beautiful green color. And then I thought, well, green, that's really pretty. What about blue? And so I thought, oh my gosh, okay. And they're all the same formula. So that formula of a shiny, sparkly, but not glittery finish. So this is the blue. And these are more maybe summer colors, but they're just so, so pretty. And this one's got a little bit more of a mattish. This is not quite as glossy. This kind of, it's almost like a violet blue, but in the pen it looks blue. Then I went on to sort of the bronzer colors, and there's some really, really cool ones. There are matte colors, by the way, in this range, and I'll tell you a bit about that in a second. But this one I think is called Peachy. And I'll just open it so you can see it a little bit better for the colors. The packaging's plastic, it's not. So can you see this one? It's so, so cute. And I do wear peach and pink a lot, so I'm gonna just shine this one on my arm. If I can just get the glow there for you. Can you see? It's very different than this one. It's not so shiny, but it's got a beautiful peach shine to it. But then there is one that's called bronze. Oh, look, a little fly. There's a bronze color, which is in the same series. Look at that, so, so pretty. It's as much, it looks very orangey, but when you put it on, it's super pretty. I'll put it alongside this one. And you can see that this one has actually got a bit more shimmery shine to it. Okay, this one here, this one. I'm running out of arm space, but it's just so much to say. Then there is a lighter color here, which is the, what is this one called? Oh, wait a minute, this is Frosted Bronze, and that one I just showed you was, I can't read that, they're too small, but this is a lighter color, and it's also called Frosted Bronze. And this is pretty. I put this actually sometimes even in the corner of my eye when I'm wearing another color. But this is also beautiful, beautiful. I hope that you're enjoying this. I just find, I think I'm, because, what's the word, like a hidden artist. I just love the colors, but you can see that one there. It's very, very pretty. And it can be blended really with any of these other ones. Just find a bit more. There we go. Okay, that's the color. I like that one a lot, actually. That one and the pink one, I think, are my 2 favorites. Then we've got, oh, this is kind of cool one. This one I'm going to look at oh, this is Cheeky Peachy. The other one was Frosted Peachy, but this is Cheeky Peachy. It's more of a yellowy color, more of a gold color, but they call it peach, and it is not quite as orangey in its tone, more gold, I think. But this is very nice too. And as I mentioned before, they're all that kind of beautiful. Oh wow, that goes on almost. That's a very interesting one. I just put it on my arm there. It's almost like a cream. It's much creamier than some of this one, for example. These 2 are quite flaky, but this one's much creamier. This Cheeky Peachy. That's a really good one. Then there's a highlighter series in the same range, and I haven't got any highlighter on today. I'm not going to put any on, but they've got several different highlighter colors that you can use on your cheeks, and you can actually use it above your eyes. I'm going to do that actually with this one. This is called, I should have had my magnifying glass with me, Metallic Light. This is called Metallic Light. And if you're going to put this on your eyes, just take a very small amount and put it just under your eyebrows. Don't put it on your lid or anywhere lower than that, but just almost a very fine line, if I can just do this, just above the eyelid, or eyebrow, excuse me. Okay, can you see that difference? I'm just going to use a teeny bit on the other side, but I'm using a very fine brush. It's not like a strong, fluffy eyebrow pencil. It's just a very sort of thin brush. but that's a highlighter that you can, and there's several in the highlighter series. I couldn't find all of them in my shop, but maybe you'll find them where you buy Catrice products, and they are online too, so you can find them there. And then I just wanted to share with you, they've got a series of matte ones. This is a purpley pink. This is a matte color. They've got darker browns in matte, but all in that Art Couleur series. So that's my beautiful Catrice collection that I wanted to share with you. I hope that you like them. These colors, for me, are perfect. And I know that, you know, I bought like, what, 8 of them, 9 of them, and I know I could have probably bought a palette for that amount too. But I love having the freedom of a, you know, kind of one and done. Like this pink one I will take with me when I travel, and the light bronze also I'll take with me. So you can take a couple and you don't need that whole palette with you, which I think is a really, really good asset to buying a 110 or 1 pan eyeshadow. Do you like these? Which one do you like the best? Let's see. I mean, I can go through them. You can look online. They've got all the shades swatched, but this pink for me is really special. This bronze one right here, I really like, frosty bronze. And I don't know, I just thought I wanted to share with you. I love makeup. I love what it does to my spirit. It brings out, you know, my child, my painter, my artist. And hey, you know, no one, honestly, no one's judging. Put what you like on your eyes. Any of these colors would be just fine out in the world. Go out into the world and shine, shimmer, and glow, and smile. Okay, everybody, have a really fabulous day, and take good care of yourselves, okay? Lots of love.